Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm just gonna make this video about, I just thought this up. I don't know, psychedelic drug use in general, and, the idea of ego loss or ego death upon taking psychedelic, substances such as DMT or psilocybin or iboga, anything like that, the so-called entheogens. And, I just want to, clarify, a few things from my personal perspective about, psychedelics. I've been having a few, problems with, integrating my experiences, into my everyday mental living. And I honestly don't believe people when they say that, oh, if you take a psychedelic like a psilocybin, you're going to be enlightened and you're going to have all this knowledge and about life and reality and stuff. And I don't. My personal experience with it is it will give you some knowledge, but I don't think that it's particularly the right way to live, because this knowledge is really, according to my beliefs, is a fallen knowledge. Like it says in the Bible that we fell into from grace of God through the use through the knowledge of good and evil. We ate a tree of knowledge of good and evil, and we have this mind that is fallen, and because it's fallen, anything that we do with the mind, it's not something that's going to lead us to God or to the right way, because we are imperfect. We don't have, it's not the right kind of knowledge. When people speak about this, doing DMT and stuff and psilocybin and having these experiences that, oh, they found some kind of hidden knowledge or they become enlightened. Well, while that may be true, they may have opened their mind, their psyche, their, intellect. It still isn't the right way, because according to my beliefs, our mind is supposed to be like put on. It's supposed to be stopped. It's supposed to not think. Like, if you're a Christian, you believe that you're supposed to think about, like, Jesus and, we're a cross. Jesus and the cross, and they call it a rock. And you're supposed to think about that, instead of thinking about all this bullcrap that you think you know, and you think you're so smart, and you think you're so intelligent, and you're like, oh, I just took psychedelics, I'm so smart. But that's not true, because you have a knowledge that is not going to go anywhere. It's not real knowledge. You want knowledge, but it's not anything that your ego, you still have an ego. When you have an ego death, it's just another way of the people that take psychedelics talk about having a mind-opening experience, which psychedelics can do for you. They can open your mind up. But this opening of your mind is not necessarily what you want to aim for. You're not supposed to be like, oh, I want to open my mind up, as much as it can. Well, why would you want to do that? You really, that's just a recipe for, I think, as a way to, if you want to go crazy or you want to become, psychopath, or it's just, in my experience, it's just led to more instability in my mind, that because you're thinking so much about all these things, you have all of this knowledge. Now, what are you going to do with it? What's it for? What's all this knowledge that is so-called knowledge? Because it may not even be real knowledge. What is it what is it doing for you? Is it just making you feel like you're smarter than everybody else or something? Or that you're more intelligent? You know, and I just don't think that's a way to live. Like, if you're a Christian, that would be called pride, and that's one of the 7 deadly sins. You don't want to be, you know, pride is you think you're smarter than everybody, you think you're smarter than even God. That is like a sin of pride. That is pride. That is like, but you see, if you want to be a humble person, you think about, you know, like the cross of Jesus, and, you know, and stuff like that. Because it's supposed to be like a knowledge that is not supposed to be anything like this knowledge that we think of when we say knowledge. So, just want to put that out there for y'all to think about, maybe a little food for thought. That, because honestly, I've been struggling myself with this, having to deal with this consciousness, and you're not only getting knowledge, you're expanding your consciousness. Expanding your consciousness could be a very good thing. It's actually very spiritual. I mean, if you have a large consciousness, you're able to be a very spiritual person. But if you expand that consciousness to no end to it, there's the means to an end. There's supposed to be there's a means to an end, but there's no end in just wanting to expand your consciousness. Because there's no point for that. There's no reason. When you take psychedelics, it's like, hey, you take some psychedelics. Oh, well, it will help you see God and stuff, and fairies and colors, and you'll be enlightened. Well, that's not very descriptive. What is the purpose behind that? You know, I can go ahead and be like, oh, I want to be like a plant. Well, what the hell? Why would you want to be like a plant or a tree? A fucking tree doesn't do anything. Like, look, they're out there right now. Look, oh, look, a tree, look. You know, and to me, it doesn't explain anything. People that take psychedelics, people that tell you to take shrooms, people tell you to take psilocybin or DMT or ayahuasca or anything like that, they do not explain to you what is the means to this? What is the reason behind why you want to take this in a spiritual way? And if you want to take it in a spiritual way, you know, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't lead to real spirituality. It leads to a mind thing where you're trapped in your fallen mind, which is imperfect. We don't have a perfect reasoning ability to comprehend what we're experiencing, and we think we're so smart when we take these. It's just building our own ego up. It's not killing our ego. It's not killing it. They say you experience an ego death. Well, it doesn't do that. The way that I see it, doesn't kill your ego. It just makes your ego more wound up, and it's bigger. It becomes bigger. So, anyways, it's just my personal perspective on that subject. On that, I might make a few more, but yeah, just comment, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Yeah, y'all have a good day. And you see, it's snowing out there. It's melting. Thank God the storm is over. Can't wait to get out the house. Been stuck here for like 3-4 days. But anyways, you guys, yeah, God bless.